Say hello to TophiaChu.
I can't, it's not fair. They get to harass me all the time. I didn't wipe because I didn't poop. Like, people are too nosy.
Fucking mother.
Where is he? Where is he?
I said you put your hand on your fucking mother.
Where is he? Because you can't answer. Why did you have Simone on your live?
It was a lie.
On your
You
live?
hit
Didn't
her.
she say she always
We all
kids?
seen it.
Why do you have Simone on your live, huh? You're just like her, right? Right? Right?
I can control cubs in my
She
life.
said she R-words kids and
I
you had her
cannot
on your
control
half black
cubs
queen. Oh,
in my
you're black?
fucking life.
You're black
You
now?
dumb ugly.
You're black now?
Dumb
You're
ugly.
black?
So why were you watching Girl on Girl X Teen Asian and Tophia?
Wait, what?
We know what you were watching.
Just sucks that I get bullied. If we're cuddling and you just kiss me on the forehead, I'm just gonna... All you do is sit online and complain and tell people they need to go get a job. What the f are you doing? Your job is to sit there and stuff your guts? To not take a shower and wash your correctly?
Tophia is one of the most well-known lolcows, and for good reason. Her and her family are the most deranged people I have ever seen. The things they've done are horrific, and I'll be covering all of it. This video will be split into 3 sections, going through Tophia's personal life, family history, and controversies. Tophia Slidell was born on June 6, 1994 in Albuquerque, New Mexico, to her mother, Marie Bernice Lucero, known online as TophiaChu, and father Donald Fitzgerald Slidell, known online as TophiaChu. This happy family also includes a younger brother, Donald Fitzgerald Jr., or Brother Chu, who's the most mysterious of the family. Tophia is a 30-year-old full-time TikToker, which, as you imagine, doesn't bring in the most amount of money. Not much is known about Tophia's childhood. She wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed, as she claims she has a 7th grade reading level and has learning disabilities. Because of this, and a lot of other reasons, Tophia had a tough time growing up. She spent most of her life in poverty, her entire life, and while in school, she was even bullied for living in a homeless shelter, and later on, bullied for her immense weight. After Tophia graduated, she continued to live with her parents, mooching off them and providing zero income since she never really worked. She did have one job, once in her life, working at Dunkin' Donuts, but Tophia admitted that she was fired from this job for having poor hygiene. This was the last reliable income source that Tophia had, and the family was forced to survive off of TophiaChu's disability checks. This changed, however, when Tophia's TikTok blew up. Tophia mostly made money off of her TikTok live streams. Generous people donated their hard-earned money to this ogre so she could waste it. How did she waste it, you ask? Well, as you can tell by Tophia's appearance, she loves ordering food, even when she really shouldn't be. Tophia's family was and still is in a really bad financial situation. They all lived in a place known as TophiaChu. This was a small apartment that housed this family of 4 and a dog. The apartment was absolutely filthy. It was plagued with cockroaches, which were seen on camera many times. One even climbed onto Tophia's cup.
I tried to do space buns, they just looked really weird.
Which isn't surprising, as the cup apparently has a rotting smell, since Tophia never washes it and only fills it with sugary drinks, mostly Mountain Dew. Tophia loves Mountain Dew, to the point where she smelled her cup, visibly gagged and recoiled in disgust, and still poured Mountain Dew into it.
And, those who follow me, those who don't follow me,
If this doesn't show Tophia's disgusting living conditions, her apartment will. The floors of the place are lined with post office cardboard boxes, pee pads, and a bunch of garbage. The family never cleaned any of it up. Instead, they settled with walking on the garbage or navigating through it. And as if that wasn't enough, Tophia and the gang could not afford to keep the apartment. The camera caught a lot of arguments between the family. Tophia was extremely distressed by their situation, and she was very obsessed about the family's inability to pay rent, even though it's entirely her fault.
Tophia's getting evicted. They owe $2,610 in rent.
They can't help us. We still have to pay that or we have to leave.
Kylie gets in.
The lawyer, they're not going to wait for the lawyer. The office is not going to wait for a lawyer. They're not going to let us live here.
But they can stop them from putting us out at least.
They can't do that. It takes a long time.
They're lawyers.
You got money for a lawyer?
Them being constantly back on the rent, combined with other issues like TophiaChu starting fires in the apartment, caused the Slidells to be given an eviction notice. Tophia had 30 days to pack up and move, but she wasn't planning on it. She and her family stayed in the house until the landlord shut off the water, heating, and power, forcing the stinky family to move out from their home. After this happened, Tophia and the Slidells left. They bounced around a few places, including their car and homeless shelters. As of now, the Slidell family is living in multiple motels and barely getting by. It's hard to decide if this family deserves it or not, but maybe this next section will help you make up your mind. The only thing worse than one stinky Neanderthal is a whole group of them. The Slidells are the most disgusting and sickening family I've ever seen. Donald Fitzgerald Slidell, known online as TophiaChu and self-referred to as Ezekiah Mordecai Fusario, is the head of this family. TophiaChu is extremely mentally ill. He is diagnosed with bipolar disorder and is speculated to have schizophrenia. Because of this disorder, TophiaChu receives disability checks, which were the family's main source of income at that time. Of course, disability isn't exactly a reliable money flow, which prompted TophiaChu to start a new business. The Ozark International Bank of America Government World Bank, yes, you heard that right, is TophiaChu's startup business. This business is a fake bank that TophiaChu would use in an attempt to scam people out of money, and it never worked. TophiaChu made this bank his whole identity. It was on all of his social media, as was his fake name, Ezekiah Mordecai Fusario. But those weren't the only things all over his social media. His Twitter account is riddled with inappropriate content. Not only does he like countless amounts of explicit pictures and videos, he posted a picture of his noodle on the account. But his likes on the account were the most concerning. They were almost exclusively of explicit content, including father and daughter content, gay content, and many more sickening topics. The father and daughter stuff definitely gives validity to a certain rumor of TophiaChu doing very nasty things to Tophia when she was younger, although not much is known about that. TophiaChu is no stranger to doing bad things though. He's known for doing a lot of heinous, horrific things. For example, he is a pyromaniac. There are many instances of TophiaChu setting fires in the apartment, and not only that, he covers the apartment walls in crosses made out of green tape. These crosses are meant to keep police officers and white people away from the house. Yes, white people. TophiaChu is extremely racist towards white people, which is something he shares with Tophia. But what else does he share with Tophia? Well, they both seem to have a certain romantic and physical preference. Let's just say Tophia and TophiaChu like him younger. TophiaChu used to record videos documenting his manifesto of some sort, and in these videos, he proclaimed his political agenda, which is very disturbing.
Ezekiah Mordecai Fusario, OSB Global Q, and the Ozark International Bank of America Government World Bank. How are you? I'm here to enter into a colloquy concerning the Byzantine government. The Byzantine government utilizes the egalitarian mechanism to ensure equality, better pay, great jobs without unions. This should be a unilateral process. Great jobs, great pay, with or without unions. This is a
I can't show much, but TophiaChu did claim that he wants individuals at the age of 16 to be able to make explicit content and sell certain services to men. These videos were recorded by TophiaChu's wife, TophiaChu. Since then, TophiaChu has grown a lot more apprehensive to her manic husband being on camera. For example, TophiaChu used to live stream, and in these streams he flirted, quote unquote, with the girls in the stream, kissing them and flicking his tongue at them. And when this would happen, TophiaChu would come over and be very angry with him.
Oh, I'm sorry. I won't do that. I'm sorry, babe. Yeah. That's my wife, Marie Bernice Lucero.
She has no business trying to make love to you guys.
As you can tell, TophiaChu is a very disturbed individual, and this was proven when he was arrested. TophiaChu was arrested on November 7th, 2023. His warrants include scary charges, including aggressive assault with a deadly weapon, armed robbery, attempt to commit a felony, and resisting arrest. However, he was only charged with armed robbery and resisting arrest. You might be thinking, where was his family during this time? They were nowhere. As you can see by TophiaChu's arrest footage, they really didn't care.
It's your residence. I'm not going to force my way in. I don't know what he'll do. You guys can come in. Like, I welcome him, but I just don't know what he'll do on his end. Okay. Can you sit down? Yeah. Awesome. Okay. You gotta kind of speak loud because she's hard to hear.
Okay. I'm hard of hearing.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk right in her ear. That's fine. Close it up. Just, I got it. I'm gonna get. Is there anybody else inside? Just my sister. Okay. Grab her. You okay?
So, here's kind of what's going on a little bit. So, we're here to do a welfare check on him. Okay. He also does have a felony warrant out for his arrest. So, we're not leaving without him. We're going to try to obviously get him out of here peacefully.
So, either way, he has to go.
Yes.
He needs to go, but I don't want him to be mad with you guys because you didn't do anything.
So that's why we got everybody out of the house, because we need to make sure that you guys are all safe as well.
That's understandable.
This was made worse by the fact that Tophia and the rest of the family didn't even bond TophiaChu out of jail. It's an extremely sad situation. TophiaChu is apparently free right now, but I don't know how long that'll last. Especially because he's getting no help from his family, specifically TophiaChu, who is our next family member. TophiaChu, real name Marie Bernice Lucero, is an interesting character. She is known for a lot of things, one thing specifically being her extreme bigotry. TophiaChu was caught countless times saying slurs against black people, transgender people, gay people, etc., etc. This usually happens on TophiaChu's live streams. TophiaChu likes, or liked, going live on an app called Stationhead, which is a faceless live streaming app. TophiaChu got caught saying some pretty horrendous things on this app, and every time she did, Tophia got really angry, yelling at and berating her mom, to which Tophia defends herself over, even though she's treating her own mother like this.
What the f do you want?
Mom, don't
be calling my f***ing phone! Retarded bitch!
Mom, don't use that word! Stop using that! You're gonna get me in trouble! Don't use that word ever again!
I forgot about your life.
What makes it worse is that TophiaChu is extremely sick. She has asthma along with other health issues, which is extremely evident as almost any clip TophiaChu is in has her coughing her absolute lungs out.
TophiaChu makes coughs and wheezes for air.
Literally, like, animating on the outside. Let me tell you something. That was the most beautiful gaming thing I've ever seen in my life, and now I want one.
And of course, Tophia hasn't accommodated for this at all. MamaChu never got the help she needed. She's never been seen using an inhaler or taking medicine for her severe condition. But this isn't all on Sophia. She has an adult brother, Donald Fitzgerald Jr., otherwise known as TophiaChu. He is arguably one of the worst members of the TophiaVerse, even though he's not very well known. It started off with TophiaChu making accidental occasional appearances on Tophia's lives. Most people assumed he was just some throwaway character in the grand scheme of things, but he wasn't. He is evil in his own right. TophiaChu used to date a young woman named Angie. This was a very bad and dysfunctional relationship. They both hurt each other physically and mentally, and whenever they had an argument, Angie would go on live on TikTok or Facebook or Instagram and trash talk the entire family. Angie revealed a lot of concerning things about the fam, which angered them all, especially TophiaChu. They had a falling out, which was very messy. After this, of course, Angie spilt a lot more secrets about the family. That, coupled with Angie going out with a new guy, angered TophiaChu greatly. He would attack Angie's car, slashing the tires and breaking the windshield, and unfortunately, TophiaChu never faced legal repercussions for this, and the issue has remained stagnant up to this point. I hope you haven't had enough yet, because the absolute worst of Tophia will be covered in this next and final section. Tophia has had countless controversies over her extremely long and pathetic career. These include scamming, threatening, being bigoted, objectifying young Asian men, and being an EDP. The first sign of Tophia being a terrible person was her objectifying Asian men. She has been uploading since she was 22, and she is now 30. Tophia never saw any TikTok success at the beginning of her career until she started making a new style of video, mafia boss daughter roleplays. Tophia would do these videos either solo or while duetting someone, but these videos weren't the problem. It was her other videos. She loved doing romantic roleplays on TikTok, duetting many Asian men in romantic scenarios, and only Asian men. This is because she has a thing for Asians. She is obsessed with BTS and K-pop and things of the sort.
Hey, how you feeling?
My eye hurts.
Oh yeah, which one?
Cute. I want coffee.
What's the magic word?
Get me some coffee? Please.
Actually, the magic word was lotion, but I'll accept your please because you got a boo-boo eye.
This obsession obviously manifested in Tophia's romantic interests, since she is so interested in Asian men specifically, to the point where she allegedly harassed a certain Asian man off of the internet. She even made a girlfriend application for him, detailing the 3 reasons why she would be a good girlfriend. This is an extremely stupid thing to do for her, for 2 reasons. 1, he would never go for Tophia, and 2, the only application she needs to worry about is a job application. And it doesn't stop there. Tophia's interests in Asian men extend beyond romance and become sexual. While on livestream, Tophia was showing the chat something on her phone and accidentally slipped up by showing her recent searches, which included inappropriate content about Asian teens.
Tophia shows us something on her phone, and then she accidentally put it sideways, and it showed her other browser tabs. She's looking at the chat to see if we saw that hub tab.
Why'd I do that? It literally, look.
Tell me that's not hub.
This content was on a certain website with an X as its logo. This specific website I cannot name. It's known for having a lot of illegal, explicit content on it, and this absolutely raises eyebrows for Tophia, since she looked up teen Asians specifically. This all came to a head one day when Tophia went on live with a TikToker that goes by the name of Aunt Karen, and on this live stream, Tophia would get absolutely exposed.
Can you, Tophia calling someone the art? Okay, I want to see the teen. I want to know about the teen Asian porn. Is that or is that not true? Can you show us that?
So okay, I'm gonna show you this. So this was the day she went live.
Go closer for me, honey.
Sorry. This is the day she went live. There was someone on Twitter who asked her, "Can you show us a screen recording of your live replay on April 4th?" She said, "No, I was never live on April 4th." And here it is. There it is. And it shows screenshot right here. Screenshot. If it wasn't edited, it would have showed cut cap. It would. That's
no, I didn't.
Hold on. You'll have a moment to rebut. Go ahead.
Here's another screenshot of the live. Here is the time and date right here. Same day. Here is the original photo. Okay, so Tophia has an old.
Scoot a little closer for the photo for me, honey. I need to see what is the photo of.
This is the before the incident happened of the transparent. So Tophia has an old iPhone. She was screen sharing on her iPhone on April 4th. So when she was gonna move to another site, her phone transparent. It will show her recent search of these. It shows these. This is a transparent, and someone was able to get a screenshot of this. But here's where Tophia lied. She said the person who supposedly made it did it to ruin her. But here's the thing. The person who got it was my friend. And they said, Tophia has never talked to me once in their life.
Can you show us where it says Asian teen here? Does it say that anywhere?
Right here.
It's cut off. It says teen Asian and it's cut off.
Yeah, this is a
for whatever reason you were doing that. Now you're sitting here. You did spend money going back and forth, going to Comic-Con. You wasted money going to Comic-Con when you could have put the money towards your moving costs. I don't think anyone should give you money to move. I don't think anybody should do that. And if you do give her money to move, that's on you. That's what I think. I think you're scamming people. Tophia, don't do that. Tophia, don't do that. Tophia, don't do that. Tophia, don't do that. I need you, listen, Tophia, I need you to understand what we're trying to do here. Tophia.
This, of course, caused Tophia a lot of problems. The amount of haters she had multiplied, and communities based solely on harassing her began to arise. Tophia absolutely hated these people more than anything, to a point where she threatened to hire someone to take out her haters. And not only that, she told many young people in her chats and on Discord to go end themselves, which is somehow the second worst thing she's done with underage people on Discord, as she was caught having a sleepover call with a lot of minors on call while on Discord. Big Back Tophia's antics didn't stop there. She is also known for scamming people. Tophia did a little giveaway, quote unquote, on her birthday. She asked people to donate to her Cash App, and if they reached the goal, she'd select one person to receive free merch. Tophia didn't meet the goal, but she still earned a couple $100s, which she kept, even though she promised to refund the people if the goal wasn't met. When people in the chat started calling her out for this, Tophia turned on sub only, which makes it so only paying supporters could chat. Then she proceeded to ignore any mention of the scam, claiming that people paid for this giveaway were just paying for her birthday money. I don't know. This wasn't even the worst instance of her scamming. Tophia set up a GoFundMe to help pay for her family's moving costs. You know, since she and her elderly mother are getting kicked out of their home. But what you don't know is that Tophia went to a convention just days before setting up her GoFundMe. Now, I've never been to one of these, but even I know that these are not cheap to go to, and it's a lot of money that could have went to her moving costs. Aunt Karen also brought this up on her live, which caused Tophia to have a mental breakdown.
I need to get out of here!
Because you made us homeless. You did. And you're still at it. And you're still trying to make us more homeless. Very sick.
Now it's no surprise that someone this controversial would get into some internet beef, and that's exactly what Tophia did. A fellow lolcow TikToker by the name of Nova Online would post a call-out video on Tophia, basically lambasting her for being so racist and bigoted.
This is a message to Tophia. Guys, if you don't know who Tophia is, she is a TikToker that has a little less followers than me, but we pretty much make similar content in a sort of way. Guys, Tophia is racist towards Mexicans, and she says horrible stuff about Asians. And Tophia, if you're watching this, I'm calling you out. This is not right. What you are doing is completely wrong, and everybody in this world should be equal. God said that all men are created equal, and therefore, we should all be equal. We should learn to get along in this world, and Tophia, you are not resembling that. So Tophia, if you're watching this, I cannot believe all the stuff that I have seen about you, and I'm sorry, but I am no longer a fan of yours.
This was the beginning of a long and pathetic beef. They would both go back and forth about each other. Tophia talked a lot of trash about him on her live specifically.
This is what he said to me. He said he's taking me to court for defamation, and he's gonna sue me. And I will gladly love to see you in court. That way, I can show the judge everything that you've done. And then, they'll probably want to start a criminal investigation and look into you.
Nova would make videos about her too, the most notable being a hilarious mock cocktail video where he makes a sugary concoction inspired by Tophia.
That is shit. Welcome to a brand new episode of Fat BIH disease, aka type 3 diabetes. Alright, so we're gonna start off this mocktail with a little bit of disrespect towards Mama Chu and Brother Chu, a hint of racism and then saying it's not racist, a touch of framing shit on MG and I to cover up what she did, and a touch of this up here. Let's take a moment to admire that this looks exactly like swamp water. Alright, and there you have it, Tophia's potion that she has tried. Let's try it out. Cheers, I'm gonna regret this.
Unfortunately, nothing really came out of this situation. The beef died down, and eventually, Nova made a video saying that things have straightened out between them. However, Tophia still talks trash about him on her live streams, which is pretty messed up in my opinion. But what's really messed up is one of Tophia's more recent controversies. She has been baiting her own self-deletion. I hate to use such a corny word for something so serious, but I have to. Tophia has threatened to snuff out her own flame for attention, and as a way to scare her haters into leaving her alone.
I have literally felt like myself. I have. How many times have I posted it in my story? When is enough gonna be enough? No, I feel like people would be a lot happier. People would feel a lot better if I wasn't thing.
And now, like Tophia claims her life will end up, it's time for this video to end. Thank you all for watching. If you made it this far, please comment your thoughts, or comment any other lolcows you'd like me to cover. Please like and subscribe, and have a great day. And make sure to subscribe.